PEI is one of the provinces that I vouch for when it comes to PR pathways for international students. As a matter of fact, I did publish a video about the top 3 provinces that you should certainly consider when you want to study in Canada and have PR ultimately as your main goal, and PEI is one of them. Now, in this video, let's talk about the various hard truths about living in PEI in 2023. But before I go on and give you the facts here, let me just give you first my background of knowing PEI. New Brunswick and PEI are neighbor provinces. PEI has been my market for a year and a half. I work for an Irving company. PEI and New Brunswick are my main markets. I travel to PEI once every 3 weeks or once every 4 weeks. I have had many discussions with many people who live in PEI and many people who work in PEI as well. I have heard many, negatives and positives about PEI, and in this video, the things that I will tell you are as per the experiences I've had and the experiences of the people that I spoke with in PEI. If you will look on Indeed.com and search for jobs in PEI, you will see, at least during the shoot of this video, that there are less than 1,000 jobs available in PEI, and 1,000 jobs is not a lot. But if you will search on LinkedIn and search for PEI jobs, you will see that this amount of jobs is 4 times more than in Indeed.com, and therefore for everyone watching, I urge you guys to always search on LinkedIn and not on Indeed.com. Now, during the beginning of this video, I told you that I will cite examples as per the people that I spoke with in PEI, and when it comes to jobs, I would say 80 to 90% of the company managers that I spoke with in PEI confirm and say that they do not have enough workforce in the province. As a matter of fact, companies counter offer salaries to staff or to workforce in order for people to jump from one company to another, and this is a disease that is happening in PEI right now because there is not enough workforce in the province. And if you will look at the international graduate stream of PEI, it's actually lenient because they do not say or they do not specify or restrict that if you land a job in PEI, it must be on tier 0 to 3. They do not have that. You can have any job offer in PEI. It doesn't matter if it's a supervisory or rank and file. As long as you have an offer, you are absolutely qualified or eligible to apply for this program. Of course, there are other eligibility factors to it, and I urge you guys to look at their website in order for you to further understand in detail the various factors you have to consider to be eligible for this international graduate stream. Nevertheless, the PEI government, through this pathway, is creating a bridge for international students to transition to being workers in PEI, and not many provinces actually create a less restrictive kind of pathway, and having this kind of pathway is certainly a reason for you to consider PEI in your hunt for a school in Canada. By the way, guys, if you think you need help to assess yourself which Atlantic region or province is best fit for you, connect with us. That's info@questcanadaca.com or visit our website questcanadaca.com, and we have got free downloadables there, which we hope will jumpstart your journey to being international students in Canada. The second thing is taxation. I think across Canada, taxation is something that everybody really find it hard to live with. But PEI is a little bit different because PEI is an island. It's Prince Edward Island, and it is only connected to the mainland Canada through a bridge called Confederation Bridge. And if you want to enter and leave PEI, then you will have to pay $50. So that's $25 each way to enter and leave PEI, and that's a lot of money, to be very honest. And when I used to work there or go there, I'd pay $50, and every single time I pay $50, I just say to myself, whew, it's a lot. And it is a lot, even with Canadian standards. And because of this, everything and anything that is imported into PEI is even more expensive than it is here in mainland Canada because of the various logistics costs, toll costs, fuel costs, of course, that had to be added on each item that is imported and sold in PEI. And therefore, this is another hard truth that you have to be aware of if you plan to live in PEI. Things can be more expensive in PEI because of additional costs of various commodities that is imported into the province. The third hard truth that you have to live with if you did decide to move and live and study in PEI is really the non-availability of places or cities to live in. The main city of PEI is Charlottetown. That is the most bustling and happening city in PEI. Summerside is another city, but it's not as active as in Charlottetown. The jobs are in Charlottetown. 80 to 90% of jobs that are in Charlottetown. Things to do are in Charlottetown. Everything that is happening, museums and hotels are mainly in Charlottetown, and therefore people tend to move to Charlottetown itself. There is not much options when it comes to places to live in PEI. For example, in New Brunswick, you can choose between Freddy, Moncton, and St. John, and there are different places in between. In Nova Scotia, of course, you have got Halifax, Bedford, and then you have got 30 minutes to 45 minutes drive, and you can still live in those areas because those areas are active too. There are things to do, there are jobs to find, and there are different opportunities. Now, in PEI, it's absolutely different. You have to live in Charlottetown if you want to find a job, and most of the jobs are available there. And really, if you drive across PEI, it's hours and hours of desolate land. Nothing is there. It's just potatoes and more potatoes and more land and then more potatoes. So the Irving family actually have got their business there, which is called Cavendish, and they do potato products, and fries is one of them. And the Irving family is certainly one of the major employers in PEI, but they are not the only one. There are different jobs there, but again, if you want to find a job, you will have to live in Charlottetown. And the good news is one of the budget-friendly schools across the Atlantic is Holland College, and Holland College have got various campuses across PEI, and they certainly have got a campus in Charlottetown. There is another school in PEI which is called the University of PEI, which is a pretty university. They have got a beautiful campus. I've been there many times over, and the bad thing about it is that University of PEI is very expensive as compared to Holland College. Of course, Holland College is a public domain, and therefore the tuition is a lot less. But nevertheless, they have got beautiful campuses as well. And the fourth truth that is hard to imbibe when you live in PEI is the seasonal activities or seasonal jobs. There are many jobs, but many jobs are seasonal as well. For example, if you are into fishery, of course, during the winter season, fishery will not work because of frozen lake and frozen water. There are restaurants that close during the winter season, and they will come back to work or to operations when it's summer season again. And this is another factor that you have to truly understand and be aware of. There are many seasonal jobs, and there are things that you cannot do during the winter season. Now in PEI, the population is not so much. The reason why the government is very lenient with their PR pathways, but then activities is not much either. And there are many jobs that are seasonal, and you definitely have to be aware of this if you did decide to live in PEI.